Hello students, this is Dr. Davidson, and I am directing you to this page so that you can understand how you want to go about formatting inquiry questions that deal with higher order thinking. I'm using these examples from one of my students so that you can see how the questions can be posed. As you see, this is a life science unit, and here the student, let me highlight this, and I'm going to give some more spacing so that you'll be able to see it better. So you can see that the student has written questions that are on the upper tier of Bloom's taxonomy. They are requiring analysis, comprehension, evaluation. Sometimes they will also require synthesizing. What you want to do is phrase your questions in such a way that the student has to be able to use evidence and metacognition in order to understand the way that they're thinking about their thinking and how they're coming to conclusions. Now, one of the things I would even tell this students is I feel that their questions need to be more conditional. And what I mean by that is if you ask a student, what do you think is going to happen? What might this be? How should this be? Could this be something else? You give them the opportunity to think about what the possibilities could be regarding something, and then you follow that up with, how did you come to that conclusion? What evidence did you use in order to come to that conclusion? Is there something, how did you make that prediction? So when you are able to do that, along with phrasing the question in such a way that they're able to think about their thinking and make their own hypothesis, then you are truly making questions that are inquiry based. You also need to think, where in the lesson will I pose these questions? Is it going to be before a demonstration? Is it going to be after a demonstration? If it's a before a demonstration, you might say something like, what do you think is going to happen when you drop these two different weighted balls from the top of a building? Then the students will make a hypothesis, and then you follow up with, why do you think that? Then you do the experiment, and then you have a series of questions after. What happened when you dropped these balls from the top of the building? Why do you think it was this way or that way? Did it meet your prediction? If yes, why? If not, why not? Then you are continually causing the brain and the child to re-examine and to predict, and these discrepant events in the brain causes the brain to make new ideas and assumption and connections within their own brain, new dendrites that then allow them to think about the world around them differently. So this is a very powerful application. I hope that you use inquiry-based teaching as often as possible in your own other content areas. But for this one, for Module 8, this is a very good example of what an inquiry-based question can and should look like. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. Goodbye.